Welcome to the Mist Freelancer. This is the max variant of it. This is the cargo holder, cargo carrier. This is also extremely overpowered for its size, which I have absolutely no problems with at all. Um, they do, they have decided to put on to the regular Mist these turrets on the side, and they put these guns on the turret, on all of them. Now, these guns are really, really large and unfortunately not available in the Voyager Direct store or any other way that you could think to get guns. But there they are. I'd like to know what they are. I'd like to actually have them on the ship. The guns that it says that it comes with are completely different to these ones, but again, not complaining. So, the stats on the ship page also say that this comes with 8 TR2 thrusters. So that would be 4 top, 4 bottom. Right above the guns there and below the guns you can see a matched set of thrusters. But, what's that? Oh, and while we're at it, what's those? So, it does seem to have extra thrusters on the bottom. Which, does make sense to me, because you're going to be landing this thing full of cargo, and VTOL is going to take considerable thrust. That as well looks like a pretty potent thruster. And that would also have a counterpart on the top for the final set of actual, there they are up there, the final set of actual thrusters. So, also sticking out the back, you can see that we've got a turret up there. It's got a glass dome. They were looking at World War II bombers when they were building that turret. And, yeah, dual weapons. The only unfortunate thing at this point is that you can't actually get into that turret. We do have 4 engines, which, compared to the regular Freelancer, is double the amount. So you've got twice the thrust to move, well, twice the cargo. I'm just going to cruise around up to the front here to get to the stairs and the front door. So, walking in, we are greeted by, yes, a door, but this is also the main crew compartment. Now, this main crew compartment is the same for all Freelancers, and doesn't change at all. You can see I've got my gray cat parked on the corner there. Let's see if we can see it from the seated position. Oh yes, you can see it quite nicely. Thank you very much. So, we do have a pretty good view outside. We do have a very large pillar. And there is a bit of roof, but we also do have a sunroof. Well, that's what people call glass on the roof these days. So you can see through the roof, which is nice. Overall, it's a good amount of view for a cargo hauler. I'm happy with it. There's no way that you can fault it for its view. Although, it does kind of remind me of a RV Winnebago type view. So now we're just going to zoom out a little bit and look around the outside of this beautiful monster. So, there is a docking collar on the top, right in the center. You can see the dome there. I'm guessing that dome comes off or opens up or something. Do have some glitches and some visual glitches in that engine on the close side, but it's okay. So you can see the 4 thrusters on the top, fairly balanced. You can controls are somewhat backwards, so I apologize for that. Okay, yeah. So anyways, we've got the 4 thrusters on the top. We've got 2 guns. We've got 4 engines. We got wings. Apparently the wings also pivot as well, so that the engines can also provide direct vertical thrust for aiding in landing. What does that say? There's a little yellow sign there. I love little yellow signs. Attention, danger. And it's cut off apparently. So, oh well. There's the cargo bay, as big as it can be. We'll get back to that a little bit later. A bit of superstructure in here. Yeah. Let's see if we can get to there's the turret. So, there's our turret. You can see we got a seat in there and everything. Yeah, I'm curious how well it actually rotates, because it kind of looks like it's pretty firmly mounted in there, which is a bit unfortunate. Looks like on the front there, that kind of triangular piece slides forwards on these rails right here, and that probably opens up the, oh, there it is. That main cover there has a seam in the middle, so it would open up from either end, from front, forward, and back. So let's zip back into third-person view here. Huh. Apparently I only have whites in my eyes when I'm looking through a window. So, that is the general exterior of the ship. Let's hop out of the seat here. I have started using that seat exclusively because of the way that the controls actually go back to close to the same location. If you use this seat, the controls end up down and spread out to the point where the one on the left side is actually clipping through the wall. So we've got a couple more seats here. I'm not sure if these are gunner seats or navigation or whatever, but there they are. I guess you can also sit in them. They don't do much of anything though. Okay, so we've got bunks. Bunks you can use. Okay, yep, see there it is, usable bunk. Unfortunately, you still can't move your head or anything while you're in the bunk, so you can't really do anything. But 4 bunks, and then we come to our kitchenette, which is a sink and a paper towel dispenser that you wave your hand past to open up these 2 tables. Okay, also included with the ship is a toilet and shower. Let's get in the shower. There we go, it's in the shower. And oddly enough, there's no drain for the shower, which I could see as being useful in case the toilet overflows. Anyways, there we go. That's your creature comforts right there. You can eat, you can, well, deal with the waste, and then you can go into the pantry. I call this the pantry because really it's a small storage area that actually you could store your food or whatever in. Granted, this area could also be used for food storage, or it can just be omitted out of the ship entirely. But we like big ships. So anyways, we do have this panel on the floor. It's got 2 dots in it, which kind of look like they would line up to the 2 dots on that, which is a ladder. It's a folding ladder that would come down and allow you access to the hatch, which we're looking at on the outside. Opens up to the docking ring. So this still as yet has no assigned purpose. I would guess that it would be controls for this though. I'd open up the docking ring and or lower the ladder. Back into the main hangar, not hangar, the main cargo bay. We see that we do have a lot of room in here. The main Freelancer has one set of these grates that go down the middle and enough room to walk beside it. So we've got almost double the room here. If you count these support beams, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Now if I open up the back, I could actually drive my gray cat in here. I'm just going to run on over there. But you can pull the gray cat in there quite nicely, and it allows for it gives you enough space that you can fit it in between the two bulkheads. So the reason that I'm doing this is because I think the cargo capacity is important, and this gray cat is actually about the size of a pallet, it seems. So this gives you an idea of the cargo capacity. But for some reason, the gray cat does neat things. Get out. So, as you can see, the gray cat is actually all entirely on the grating. So that means that this center walkway would be completely free and still fits between the roof supports. So we could fit one there, 2, 3, and 4 times 2. So we can fit 8 gray cats in here. And if you actually had a way to stack them up, you would be able to fit 16 in here, because oh no, actually you wouldn't be able to fit 16 because this piece here would probably obstruct. So you'd be able to fit 14 with no major problem. Well, other than parking, because gray cats don't seem to want to park in this area. And you can also move them around quite liberally while they're parked. And thank you. So that is likely a glitch that nobody's actually mentioned to anybody, because you can't just go around pushing your gray cat around in other areas. I don't think it's a bad glitch. I think it's just kind of fun, actually. Bad glitches would be this reflective surface reflecting the outside world, whether or not the door is closed. And also you see that I've got 2 ships back there. If you look in the reflection, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Yeah, there's no ships back there. So they really have to work on that particular texture, because I see it a lot in the big constellation as well, the Phoenix, and it's not good. I mean, with the door closed, look at that, I got a ghost door. Close the door. Okay, there we go. With the door closed, you shouldn't be able to see outside, but you do. And another thing that I would like to see is actual access to that turret. Right now, if you hit the use, it just opens the door. So, there we go. That would be the Freelancer Max in the long overdue video that I've been meaning to do for ages. Actually, for many ages. I've wanted to redo this ever since I put up that first Freelancer Max glitches video, because this ship is more than just its visual glitches. The only reason I made that video was to bring it to the attention of Cloud Imperium Games to see if they could actually fix that. Which, well, they're building an entire universe here. They can't deal with every single little thing like, oh, the paint does neat things on my ship. So, I'm not actually all that worried about it. It still is my favorite multiplayer ship at this point. I mean, I could foresee me using this ship more than any other ship in my range, which, well, I have quite a few ships in my hangar at this point, and this is the one that well, actually, if I put the camera here, these are the two that I see myself using the most, the Avenger in the back there and the Freelancer Max. I do, however, see the Freelancer Miss, which is another video for another time. I do see that getting quite a bit of use, but mostly in support to the Freelancer Max or the Phoenix, the Constellation Phoenix in the back. Well, that's way in the background over there. I also do want to, I'm planning changes to that Phoenix as well. Would much rather have the Aquila front end on it, because I'm just not a fan of the RSI front ends. So, anyways, this has been my fairly quick walkthrough of the Freelancer Max. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe. And until next time, this is Feck out.